I'm Cade Campbell, born in Bryan, Texas. Yeah, been out here in Greeley 4 or 5 years now, and it's really starting to feel like home.
Why'd you to Colorado from Texas?
Honestly, a bike shop job. I was delivering parts in Denver for a company that I now buy tubes from. And so I was in a van delivering tubes out to all the bike shops when, COVID happened, and I kind of saw, like, I had a van just full of tubes, and I just saw people raking it in. It just really kind of lit a fire under me. To kind of do my own thing a little bit. I started, working for the guys across town, and I basically it's 20 or 25 minutes, in traffic to the other side of town, and there's really no one here. We've been here almost 2 years. Yeah, so I guess people have been telling me, oh, well, you made it your first year, but it doesn't really quite feel like that, It feels just as hard as, when I was in it about 6 months, if not harder. I guess we were like the kids around the neighborhood, that would ride in a little crew on their bikes. But eventually I had one of our neighborhood dads would take us to these BMX races all across Texas. We would be in the car for hours. One time he took us to this big race in Oklahoma. We did that for a couple years, and just going all across, wherever we could to race our little BMX bikes. And that was super fun, and that kind of got me into just this love affair with two wheels, honestly. And then I was lucky enough to get a job at this place, Aguiland Cycling, in College Station. That was super fun, and honestly, College Station has a lot, of similarities with Greeley. That's the home of Texas A&M. And so we were right there on Texas A&M. I was helping all the college students fix their bikes, selling some decent bikes every now and then, but mainly, in a little college town, kind of like we are here. I was always in a place where people were coming in looking for the best deal. And that's kind of what we're doing here in Greeley. And so I think that's kind of why it works so well, man, is that I kind of get somebody who walks in and say, they don't want to spend a couple $100 fixing their bike, I can tell them honestly, hey, dude, it's really not worth it. I've got a bike here that's cheaper. I'm ready to go. So for some reason, I get that like value mentality, and that works here in Greeley. Most people can afford a real bike or an e-bike. They can't afford the top of the line, creme de la creme, gas with WP suspension. They want $11.99 for it. $10, $12, $11,000 for a bicycle is not reality for 99% of people. For most people, it's, do you want $1,000, $2,000 mountain or road bicycle, or do you want a good electric bike that'll take you a few thousand miles? And then if so, do you want to ride on the road or off the road, basically?
Well, now, what do you recommend for someone maybe of any age that's thinking about getting into mountain biking? What would you tell them?
I would say head out to your local skills park, like Berthoud or Valmont, and maybe even ride down the Poudre Trail or some other bike paths, see if that's more your speed, because it definitely could be. And you get out there and start hitting some jumps and go sideways, and half of people I've met would, think, I won't do this again. And so then they'll ride the Poudre Trail and enjoy their day that way. But the other half people are going to hit those jumps and just love it. We were in Fort Collins recently, and I saw this old couple just sitting on the park bench, just enjoying their day. And ultimately, man, when we're all, running out of time, we're all just going to want to spend more time outside. And there's almost just not enough time. You can't see it all. Mountain biking's been really good to me. I've dabbled in like, you know, some motorcycle riding too, and that hasn't been so good to me. I really, yeah, broke my leg good on a motorcycle, just on the dirt bike track on the smallest little jump there. Just snapped my fib and had to get a rod in there, and that set me back for a little bit. There was a point where I just wanted to walk again, you know, and now that I can like push it on my bike again, it's super fun, but I do not want to be there again. And it is all incredibly fun. I feel super lucky to be doing it, you know, because I did have a 2 or 3 years where I really couldn't. I was like, I had one rod in my leg, and like I limped around for a year or two, and they like took it out and drilled out the inside of my bone and put a bigger rod in, and a month later I was spinning. Take it out, and it should be centered. Isn't that beautiful?
Thanks for watching another episode of Wreck Yourself. I'm your host, James Gould. I'm Professor of Tourism Management at the University of Northern Colorado. I hope we've inspired you to explore. And of course, feel free to check out the links below for specific information on recreation resources, our guests, and our partners. Also, be sure to hit like and subscribe. Until we see you next time, be sure to wreck yourself. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This thing really is like a dream. Let's just go. Yes! You! This is not going to end good, is it? Dang, my bike is just dead quiet today. I did just turn it up. Not bragging.
Pedals this time. Oh wait, you guys have it.
Don't die. Are you okay, bro?